Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Bruce Schwartz. Thanks so much for subscribing. What are these? These are UFOs. What are UFOs? Unidentified flying objects that we know not of what they are. And that's exactly what we're seeing on the moon. Different types of UFOs. We see creatures, we see UFOs, we see debris. It's not hard to differentiate them. You could see the way they're moving. These are really cool shots, and I'm telling you, dark triangles is what we see most often when we're looking at some of these shapes, and each of them are very, very, very unique. So take a look at what we're looking at. YouTube forms those lines that you are seeing, by the way, that some people are so like children stuck on the bloody lines. It's a screen, get over it. We're looking at UFOs. Isn't this the point? Isn't this what everyone wants to see? You see it's the crater. I'm zoomed out far enough. We're seeing several objects. Even a shadow probably on the surface. It's as simple as that. It's inhabited. It has to be. Look at everything we're seeing. There wouldn't be structures up there if it wasn't inhabited. So long be. Awesome ways of seeing the surface that I'm able to show. I've seen some NASA photos online circulating in some recent revealing videos about the moon and the moon landings. We're looking at structures here, and if ever you all see NASA photos with structures on them, they are identical. Very happy to say it. These are not pixels, my friends. These are structures. What are we looking at? We're looking at an amazing surface of the moon. These are reflective structures. Notice the haze over top of the structures. There's nothing blurry here. There's that blur that you see is structuring. It's reflective structuring that is over larger platform-like objects holding up these structures. This is amazing. It's on the surface. 1, 2, 3, 4 objects side by side, often always side by side in unison. The craters are formed like that. See the top of the roof here or whatever of this object is very reflective. So the camera's automatically getting back that bloody reflective light. Now see inverted like this with the X-ray processing. Look at what we're looking at, other structures, but look on the left and all that blur like all over the structures. Those are reflective structures that are smaller than the ones that we're seeing. This pipe I've shown before 2 or 3 times. Look inside, but not as close as this. I never repost the same things. I repost the same craters, but differently. Always trying to zoom up, and I want to show you guys every single shot that I get closer. I promised you all that, and it's my pleasure. Side by side on the surface, structuring. Wow, it's all there. And it's not hard to see at all. They are real objects on the surface. And square symmetrical platforms everywhere. Connections, tunnels. I mean, the surface of the moon is really... look at this. Do you see the crater in the center there? Do you see all the objects that are surrounding them? And at the bottom left here, well, I'll adjust the exposure a bit more and we'll zoom up to the bottom left. That is a crater with block structures around it. We'll get a circle up on it. And those of you who have been following me since day one, remember Sinus Iridum? I showed you a square crater with blocks all around it. Here, I'll zoom in. Hang on. And there it is. On the bottom left, I'll get a circle up on it. Look at all the squares around this crater. Well, this same structuring is in Sinus Iridum beside Bianchini crater. You see all the green? How it's all there on the surface. Could it be vegetation over the structures? And some of these are ancient structures. That's what's fascinating me the most. Can you imagine the archaeological findings we would find on the surface of the moon if some of these were ancient alien cities. You know, ancient civilizations left there for some reason. See, that's how we can prove that it's not, because obviously things would be destroyed, or I mean, how could they have disappeared and everything be untouched? No, it's probably active. And that is why, so long me, that we're seeing the smokes and hazes over top, obviously, of these objects. Don't forget, very reflective surface, reflective structures and objects that have the same reflectivity of the surface. It's all very real. It's going to be revealed at one point. See this? It's connected to the other structure on the right, tail to tail on the left too. These are structures. They're connected somehow together. You see, there is a virtual pattern on the surface of the moon that I'm seeing that. What's this? Again, like beside Plato Crater, it looks like a smoke or cloud at the end of some type of bloody tunnel sitting there oscillating. There's smoke. I mean, it's all there. It could be causing smoke on the surface. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful surface. I showed this a couple of, well, it's actually the structure on the left that I showed, but now we're looking at the structures beside it. This is, I promise you, the virtual surface of the moon. Pipes in the circle on the right there. 2 pipes, straight as hell, going into underneath where there are lit up light sources, structures. Look at these spheres. 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5. And there's some even on the other side of this high elevated crater that's elevated thousands of feet off the surface of the moon. Well, if you know anyone with an aluminum roof, go on Google Earth and look up the house. And if you can see a picture of the house, if it's in the sun, for sure you will not see the house, as an aluminum roof will hide the surface of the house. So what I'm trying to get at is that the surface structures are very reflective. You know, they talk about a lot of reflective material. Even a community member this afternoon was telling me titanium on the surface. Yes, supposedly there's a lot of titanium on the surface. We even heard the astronauts say there was. So we're looking at UFOs interacting with themselves. Lights going to and from these objects. And now some of them look alive. Sometimes I see things go by that look like debris, and sometimes they look like UFOs. So, you know, the erratic ways of these UFOs, spectacular. Look at the light at the end here. There. I don't know. Is he gobbling up lights? There's 2 black spots on the top there, but they're glowing, sort of a dark glow. It's exceptional. There's a spot, a dark spot that appeared there. Another one, he's following it there. It's under the clouds. You understand that they're going over and under the clouds. And look at this guy. Watch what happens. A light interaction there. So there's so much interaction on the surface. This is incredible. The astronauts would have seen that if they would have gone to the moon and gone through the belts and the thermosphere. Now look at this different filtering. It is a blue filter. It's no blue on the moon that I got. This is a filter that I put over the dark UFOs. Look at the light at the end of it. Isn't that cool? Thanks for watching, everyone.